Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's CFRL Cup Series event here at Las Vegas. I'm Ryan Harp, or Dark Kylo, and let's just say it's been a little bit since we last met. Of course, I took a couple races off because I had some prior commitments, and then, of course, last week was our off week for Easter Sunday, and so our drivers can watch WrestleMania because a lot of our drivers are WWE fans. So a bit of a recap of the last couple races. Tegan Jones took home a pretty convincing win at Phoenix. And then last week, the CFRL's new road course ringer, I should say, Michael Fox took home a very solid win at Sonoma. But tonight, we're back on the ovals with Las Vegas. Of course, it is considered a cookie cutter track, and it has a very similar layout to tracks like, Kansas and obviously Chicagoland. But it does have, enough differences to where it's a very unique. Sorry, I can't really. It's been a little bit. I can't really talk that well. My apologies, but all that. I think I kind of screwed that up. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Sorry about that. It's been a little bit, so but while they're getting ready to roll, let's take a look at starting lineup for tonight's race. On the pole is Tegan Jones with a 30.632. And starting alongside him is Bradley Domer Jr. in the 24. Row 2, we have a couple of Stuart Haas teammates of Ryan Parsons and Kamal Wright. Row 3 is Chase Loans in the 17, who had a very strong showing at Phoenix a couple weeks ago, and Kevin Hall in the 48. Row 4, we have a couple of Hendrick cars, Jared Haw and Michael Whitman. Row 5, we have winner of the last race, Michael Fox, and Cameron Morris, two of the Penske teammates. Row 6, we have David Wessel and Joshua Harris. And rounding out the field is Anthony Peters in the 8. And Tegan has elected to take the outside for the restart, or the start of the race. Whereas he always brings a very fast car to Las Vegas. Everybody's all doubled up, so we are getting ready to roll the dice, as they say, here in Las Vegas. Tegan Jones up high, Bradley Domer Jr. down low. The green flag is out. Now go get that jackpot, boys.
I got a bad start.
Oh.
I was worried in front of me. I think Kevron got a bad start.
I got out of the gas and about died. Ask Ryan. Yeah, I was like wondering if that was a spike or you just got loose. Being in a high gear and getting out of the gas.
Back from the 17. Ooh, that was close.
I'm not trying to get that. I'm about to say, I just worked with your teammate.
Sorry, I'm not following Chase because you're lagging a little bit still. Sorry, dude.
I'm so sorry, Weasel.
I'm getting hit.
I'm sorry, my car turned too good for that corner. It's horrible.
On the straightaway, it turned too good?
On the straight?
Yeah, it kind of did, to be honest, Weasel.
Oh, Chase, sorry.
Oh, the 17's in the wall.
Sorry, Chase. There was like a little contact on my right rear from you, and it just turned me up a little bit.
Well, I let out of the gas and they went fucking straight.
Fucking turn.com. Holy shit.
I'm not trying to make it green. I'm trying to help one of y'all sort it out.
That side stuff though, that was pretty good.
Side suck.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That was pretty fun.
Oh, s'mores don't intend those boys.
I don't know where to go, JB. I'm sorry.
Why'd you say it like that?
I'm sorry.
That got mad.
You are not sorry.
Oh my god.
Big
Holy shit.
Why? I might be left to say it. Fokker tries to pass me.
Uh-oh.
So it is Tegan Jones that's still hanging on to the lead, but Bradley Domer Jr. is right on his tail. Of course, all these guys are still running single file nose to tail, but there's one car up high, and that's the 17 of Chase Lone, so it looks like he's trying to get back in line. And he does. He slots right in between the 10 and the 88, but oh, he's back up high again. We got a few other guys trying to make moves up high. And here's Kevin Hall making his move on Parsons for third. And Parsons almost got into the wall. They are 2 by 2 from 4th through 6th. We got one car way off the pace, and that is the 00 of Matt Connors. Obviously having a rough go in the early stages of this race. And something happened to the 17 of Chase Loans. Probably got into the wall and got shuffled back. And something happened up front. That pretty much caused the packs to spread out. And I also did see somebody get loose off of turn 2. And I believe that is it. Kamal Wright is done for the night. We got Jones still out front. Domer in second. Parsons third. So now we have this second pack running single file, led by the number 9 of Michael Whitman, who is currently running in 5th place. Whereas all those guys back there are going to try to work together, catch it back up to the lead group, and certainly Parsons going side by side with Hall and Domer for third and second should definitely help with that. They were nearly 3 wide for second. But Parsons doing the crossover. But he didn't have enough momentum, and here comes Whitman. He dives it down underneath the 14. And Whitman easily takes 4th away. And now we have 3 Hendrick cars running 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. And Bradley Domer Jr. trying everything he can to get around Keegan Jones in the early stages of this race. He still has plenty of time as we're going to hit 18 laps to go in the stage when they come back around. As the stage tonight is at the end of lap 33, the beginning of lap 34. Oh, but here comes Kevin Hall. He thought about making the move on his teammate, but he thought better of it. And now Domer tried making a move up high. Obviously didn't have the help he needed. Oh, Kevin Hall got loose off of 2. And that's definitely the trouble spot that these guys are going to have to navigate tonight. Especially on the longer runs like we're having now. Yeah, it's certainly like Michigan in this regard, as turn 2 seems to be the one spot on the track where the cars just randomly get loose. Especially as the tires wear down. And as we saw, the 22 of Fox and the 41 of Wessel getting into it. Yeah, Wessel spun around, hit the inside wall, and Fox got loose. And that's definitely what caused it. And Wessel is coming in. Obviously an unscheduled stop for the 41. And now Michael Whitman has taken over 3rd place. And Hall dropped back to 5th. We now have 13 laps to go in the first stage. Well, Bradley hit the apron. That might cost him a little bit of momentum. And look, the 9 is right on his bumper now. Now the field is starting to bunch back up. And the 48 just cut the 22 off. Fox made the move going into 3 as we now have 10 laps to go in the first stage as we see some cars on pit road, and that is the 00 and the 12 of Connors and Harris. As we close in on the end of the stage, you're probably wondering if the leaders are going to come down to pit. Or can they stretch it out? But here comes Whitman on the outside. But he slots back in behind his teammate, and he will settle for third for now. But Bradley went a little high. That's going to give Whitman the door, or that's going to open the door for Whitman. He still slots in third. And that 24 still right on the back bumper of the 4 of Tegan Jones. Seven laps to go in the stage. Bradley is trying as much as he can to get around the 4. Oh, he's right there. Bradley got loose off of 4 there, but the 22 of Michael Fox is in. One of the cars in that lead group obviously couldn't make it to the end. Oh, but here comes Whitman for second place, and Tegan really pulled away. Now with 5 laps to go. Now it looks like, looking on Whitman's stream, and he has about 2 laps left worth of fuel. So yeah, the leaders are definitely going to have to come in this time, or maybe next time. And Tegan Jones is in, as is the 88. 14's coming out. We also got Cameron Morris, Kevin Hall, and Anthony Peters in. So Michael Whitman has taken over the lead. But of course, he's definitely going to have to come in this time. And there is, and oh! He got punted by his teammate, Bradley Domer Jr. Sounds like a bit of a miscommunication between the Hendrick teammates as Bradley Domer Jr. just shunted his teammate Michael Whitman as they were coming onto pit road. Obviously, that had to have been non-intentional or unintentional. Between the two, it was just an unfortunate racing incident. And because of that, Whitman has to sit on pit road for the next few seconds to repair the damage. A tough break for the 9 of Michael Whitman. It is 2 laps to go in the stage. They're coming to the last lap of the stage here. And oh, it's actually Bradley Domer Jr. is the leader. So when the pits cycled out, Bradley Domer Jr. took over the lead, and he's going to get the stage win. Or no, actually, this is the last lap, or 2 laps to go. Wait, actually, this is the last lap of the stage. I spoke a little too soon there. Now coming off of turn 4, now Bradley Domer Jr. gets the stage win. And yeah, I am just not on it today. I apologize, everyone. And so with the stage completed, the top 10 that are getting points tonight are Bradley Domer Jr. is your stage winner, Tegan Jones 2nd, Michael Fox 3rd, Anthony Peters 4th, Jared Hoff 5th, Ryan Parsons 6th, Cameron Morris 7th, Joshua Harris 8th, Kevin Hall 9th, and Matt Connors in 10th. The pits are open. Everyone's coming in, so we shall see who has the first stall. We can easily see who wins the race off of pit road. And it looks like, actually, I have the first pit stall. As you know, that's one of my paint schemes for whenever I run Cup races part-time this season. So, aside from that, Bradley Domer Jr. does have the first stall of the drivers currently in the race, and he will win the race off of pit road. So, a bit of an explanation for that. I joined the lobby a little bit too early. Then I left, and I was able to get back in by joining Bradley's game here. But for some reason, it did not get rid of my car from the field. So, yeah, a bit of an awkward situation there. Obviously, everyone has stopped because somebody was ghosted. And the only way to fix it is to have everyone ghosted. And Bradley has taken the outside for the restart. And it looks like everyone is here, so we will be able to go green this time. So hopefully Bradley can carry this momentum that he got at the very end of the stage on to the end of the race, so he can finally check off a 1.5-mile track off his list. A track that he hasn't won yet. Then Viva Las Vegas, let's crank it up.
That restarts.
Ryan, that was a beautiful restart.
Wow, I do this to work with you, and
I'm sorry.
takes.
Oh, Tegan.
You did get a good start though.
Yeah, I did.
Don't know how.
Did.
I don't either, but he did.
I timed it.
Perfect.
Yeah. Oh, God.
What was that voice crack?
I was in the wall there.
Did you put yourself in the wall?
No, I kind of came up and hit him.
He's mad that I got a good
I
start.
know,
read the lines. I guess it's moving now.
I got a hike.
Not on the bottom.
Ooh, I got loose.
Turn on the bottom. Jesus.
God, I heard all clear and then I still didn't believe it.
Hopefully my adjustment helps me not, like, wreck someone else. Sorry, Wessel.
I'm extremely tight.
That almost killed Mikey.
Oof.
I'm getting hot too.
God. Tegan did right there on my door.
Oh my god.
I don't know if I touched you, Harry. If I did, my bad.
I could be.
I was trying to go low.
I made the car looser and it is plowing.
Sounds like what was happening to me in practice.
Oh, it's worse.
I
Didn't know it was gonna back up like
I
that.
get to the center of the corner and it just goes straight.
So you're
I
right.
did not want to be underneath.
Wow. Power match.
I didn't know it.
Oh, God, baby.
God,
Chevron.
sorry.
Come on. I'm getting fucking railroaded now.
Shit. Sorry, Harris.
Carrying on a lot of momentum.
I didn't want to make a
Center of the corner, it just fucking goes straight. It pisses me off.
This is just a fuck race.
Well, as you definitely saw, Tegan Jones was able to retake the lead on the restart, well, a couple laps afterwards. And as you also heard, if I can find him, Bradley Domer Jr. made an adjustment. He made the car looser, but ultimately it just made him actually tighter. And now Tegan's really pulling away. No contact between Whitman and Hall there, as Whitman is trying to work his way back up to the front. After his incident with Bradley during green flag pit stops at the end of the stage, as we saw the two Cameron Morris hit the wall. And he's 3 wide for 4th. Yeah, he is really charging through the field. But while I do have a camera on him here, I do want to go back and hear the audio from that little mishap.
Yeah, I got to eat.
We're legit coming to where we have to fit.
Oh, this is... What the fuck is this?
What?
I don't get to watch my pit stop? Oh.
Me neither.
I didn't watch mine either.
Correct.
I didn't watch mine either.
I hit the fucking apron and it fucking
Stupid.
didn't slow me down.
You don't have to be in the...
My tires better be changed because I don't know why I didn't see my. It's up fucking.
No save points now. Good.
Yeah, it was definitely a racing incident. Bradley got on the apron, couldn't slow down, just ran right into the back of the 9. But Whitman has definitely recovered from that pretty nicely as he's currently running in 4th. Trying to chase down his 2 other Hendrick teammates of Bradley Domer Jr. and the 88 of Jared Hall. He does have the 22 of Michael Fox behind him. So you can definitely try to make something happen on that front. Everybody pretty much just running single file for the most part. And Whitman has, he definitely has the 88 in his sights now. Yeah, the 9 definitely on the back bumper of the 88. And meanwhile, Tegan Jones is still very much out front. So, of course, with Sonoma and the off week behind us, we have pretty much officially crossed the halfway point of the season. And if I can bring up the point situation here. And Tegan Jones is still very much the points leader, as he currently has a 6-point gap over Jared Hall. And then Michael Whitman is in 3rd, 1 point behind him. So, and then you have Bradley Domer Jr. with 718 points, 9 points behind Michael Whitman. So it is very close between the top 4 in points for the regular season championship. And Tegan Jones also has the number 1 seed with 6 wins on the season, which, if I can find it here, yeah, it is definitely his 6th win of the season, and that was achieved at Phoenix. Then Michael Whitman takes over the 2nd seed with 3 wins, and Jared Hall with 2, Bradley Domer Jr. with 2, Fox with 2, and Hall with 1. So far we've run 16 races, and they've all been won by 6, and we've had 6 different winners. And so Michael Whitman has taken over 3rd place, and now Jared Hall's dropped down to 5th. Currently have 85 laps, or 89 laps to go. Yeah, there's still a long way to go in this one. Still have not crossed the halfway mark yet. Oh, it looks like Tegan Jones got loose off of 2, and Bradley's going to make the move up high. He does have drafting help. But he slots in behind Jones in second. And Whitman thought about going down low. Now he's going up high. The top 6 all running together, nose to tail. A contact between the 24 and the 9. And they are side by side for second. Even more contact. So Michael Whitman has taken over second. And that move definitely allowed Jones to break free from the pack. But now that they're all running single file, they'll easily catch back up. And as we saw earlier with the early stages of the race, all the drivers were pretty much running single file and bunched up together in a couple of big packs, almost kind of like Kansas, where it's almost like a smaller version of a plate track. But as the race has gone on, we've seen these guys definitely spread out more, but there are still some little packs out front and throughout the field. But here comes Whitman. He's definitely the meat, or should I say the Mike's Hot Honey Chicken in that sandwich, in a Stuart Haas sandwich, I should say. I think we have one car on pit road. Actually, a couple cars, and that's the 22 of Fox and the 17 of Malone's. Now the 88 is in. So yeah, with Fox and Loans making their stops, this pretty much begins our second round of green flag pit stops. Now I probably wouldn't see any bold strategy calls from Michael Whitman just yet. And both he and race leader Tegan Jones are in, as is the 41, the 2, the 8, and the 00. So Ryan Parsons has taken over the lead, but of course he's going to have to come in this lap. As is the 24 of Bradley Domer Jr., who is definitely relieved to come in this time, as he has to basically undo the adjustment that he made so he can gain some speed. Tegan Jones and Michael Whitman are out. And here comes Fox. So I believe Fox will take over the race lead once everything cycles through. And of course, he was one of, if not the first driver to pit on this round of stops. And yeah, Michael Fox is your race leader. And Whitman dropped down to third. Michael Fox, he won our last race a couple weeks ago at Sonoma. So, of course, he definitely knows how to win on the road courses, but does he know how to win on the ovals? Well, hopefully he'll learn how to play defense as that 4-car of Tegan Jones is getting bigger and bigger in his rearview mirror. And we now have officially crossed the halfway point of the race. Jones is catching him. And the top three are basically spread out, but everyone from fourth on back is all running together single file. And it's led by the 9 of Michael Whitman. Riding, looking at Tegan Jones, and he is right on, pretty much on that back bumper of the 22 now. Of course, he did start on the pole, and Fox is going high. That's definitely going to open the door for Tegan Jones to take the lead. Side by side, going into 3. And he clears him. So Tegan Jones has retaken the race lead. Of course, Jones with those fresher tires definitely helped out. We have 62 laps to go. Fox is still hanging with them. And as we've seen throughout this race, it's been very hard to pass Tegan Jones whenever he takes the lead. Basically, the only way to pass him is basically on pit stops. We got Michael Whitman making his move for third. Oh, a little contact between the 9 and the 88, but looks like the 9 will take over the third place. And it's pretty much only a matter of time before the 9 catches up to Michael Fox. Fox, again, he's still hanging tough with race leader Tegan Jones. He's almost going to try to take the lead back from him. I mean, he is still right there. And looking at Whitman's stream, he's about 0.8 of a second behind Tegan Jones, 0.6 behind Fox. Yeah, pretty much everybody all spread out as we see one car coming off the pit road, and that's the 8 of Anthony Peters. I don't know if this is the start of another round of green flag stops or if it's an unscheduled stop for him. And he is coming back out on track in front of the leaders. Yeah, but he will not be a factor. We currently have 54 laps to go. Oh, here comes Parsons on the outside for third. I don't know if he meant to make that move, but, well, I mean, he did, but he slots back in behind Whitman. And Whitman still about 0.8 of a second behind race leader Tegan Jones. Yeah, he's still going. It looked like Jones might have kissed the wall off of turn 2, but no harm, no foul. He's still out front. Fox is still right behind him. Meanwhile, Michael Whitman, he's still trying to reel in these two. He does have help from the 14 of Parsons, but he's basically been trying to make moves on the 9 instead of staying behind him and working together. Well, granted, Parsons' teammate and team owner is race leader Tegan Jones, so he definitely doesn't have to work with Whitman if he so chooses. The gap between him and Tegan Jones is now up to 9/10. But now the leaders are dealing with lap traffic as the 41 of David Wessel gets in the way. But it hasn't affected them at all as the gap is still 9/10. But now Fox is in, so the next round of green flag pit stops has officially begun. And he is the only one on pit road at the moment. The race leaders have not come in yet. Probably won't for another few laps. Now the gap is down to 6/10. With 45 laps to go. There is still plenty of time. And the 88 of Jared Hawes in, as is the 17 of Chase Loans. The 48 is in, the 2 is in, I believe that's the 12. Yep, the 12 is in. So green flag pit stops, yeah, are definitely underway. And the top 2 are in, top 3 are in. And Whitman almost missed pit entry there. The top 4 all in. These guys will have to make one more stop before this race is over. There's 44 laps to go and there's 30 laps worth of fuel in the tank. Yeah, it's going to be a side-by-side battle for essentially second off of Pit Road, and that is the 14 of Parsons. And Fox has once again retaken the race lead. But he has an even bigger gap between himself and Tegan Jones. So it looks like he put together a pretty bold strategy for this race. But the big question is, can he stay up there for the rest of the race? We currently have 40 laps to go. Oh yeah, much bigger gap between Fox and Jones. Yeah, but even with that large gap, Tegan Jones still has the fastest car on track. So he's definitely pushing as hard as he can. They have 36 laps to go currently. And Whitman has gotten around Jared Hoff for fourth. And now Fox is coming up on some lap traffic. And it is the 41 of David Wessel once again. And he pulls out of the way, and I think Jones got a little bit of draft off of him. Oh yeah, that gap has definitely gotten smaller. Now we have 30... Actually, let's see. Yeah, we now have 34 laps to go. Jones is really pushing his car to his limits, but of course, he's had the fastest car pretty much the entire race. He did sit on the pole. But now Michael Whitman's up to third. He's about 2 seconds ahead of the third place Michael Whitman. And 0.6 of a second ahead of Jones. As we now have 29 laps to go. And as of right now, it is a 2-horse race between Michael Fox and Tegan Jones. And there's Bradley Domer Jr. running all the way back in, I believe, 7th. He had another very strong car in the early going. Took the stage win. But barring any miracles, another 1.5 mile win will escape his grasp. And everybody is pretty much all spread out as Anthony Peters is on pit road. Yeah, pretty much everyone is all spread out, and the only battles on track are at the front. And Jones is there. I wonder if he'll pull the same move to retake the lead like he did last time. But of course it was helped by Fox taking a bit of a higher line and leaving the door open for Jones to take the lead. Jones gets a little bit loose off of 4 as we now have 25 laps to go. Oh, and the caution is out. So the caution is out. Yeah, that definitely throws all that strategy away. So something must have happened. Let's see if we can get the audio.
Like a mystery sing all night.
Who fucking pulled the chowder? Oh god, somebody's wrecking. Oh god. Oh fuck.
That's a caution.
Damn it.
That's a caution.
Yes. Yes.
I'm a funky. Let's go. I'm back. Let's go.
48
Let's
got
go.
murdered.
Let's go. Come on.
Well, somebody got murdered. Sounds like it. Hold on.
Oh, I'm back. Let's go.
48
Let's
got
go.
murdered.
Oh, 48. So that means it was Kevin Hall that was involved in that, and basically everybody behind him. As Anthony Peters goes around to get his lap back. Same deal with David Wessel, or the Lucky Dog, or yeah, Wave Around, I should say. So yeah, this is definitely interesting now, as the caution has come out before their fuel window hit. As Matt Connors wins the race off of pit road. So yeah, that pretty much was the money stop. But looks like Connors is gonna pull over and let everyone go by him. Obviously, doesn't want to be a factor in this, so Michael Fox is still your leader. And of course, it could also be that Connors is a lap down, or multiple laps down, and he came in with the leaders. So it is going to be a pretty mad dash to the end of this race. Michael Fox up high, Tegan Jones down low. Green flag is out. We have 23 laps to go here at Vegas. And Fox got a great jump. But here comes Whitman. He's trying to make a move on Jones for second. But Parsons is under him. And Whitman takes third. But here comes Tegan Jones. He'll take over the lead. And as they come to 21 laps to go, Tegan Jones has retaken the race lead. We saw Whitman get a little antsy there in third. It looked like Fox might have got on the apron, but he's still on the bottom. Yeah, but here comes Whitman making the move on Fox for second. A contact between the two Michaels. And Fox is still hanging tough up high, but that's going to allow Tegan Jones to pull away. Man, Fox is still hanging tough up there. He is not willing to give that spot up without a fight. Whitman took a bit of a higher line. And Chase Loans gets into the wall. I was about to say the 22 does have help from the 17. And Fox hangs on to second. And David Wessel on the apron there. We now have 17 laps to go. Tegan Jones is leading. Michael Fox in second, Michael Whitman third. Now, of course, if they do run single file like this, there is still very much a chance that they can catch Tegan Jones and make a move on him. But Jones has been oh so strong today. But here comes Whitman. He's gonna try it again on making a move on Fox, but Fox again just holds on to it on the high lane, the outside lane, as we now have 15 laps to go. And now we have a move for fifth. With rookie Chase Loans underneath the 88 of Jared Haw. And Whitman again going for second on Fox, but this time he clears him. Oh, contact between the 88 and the 48. And Wessel's parked in the grass and Haw in the wall. And someone just runs into him, and that's the 8 of Anthony Peters. Is the caution going to come out? And yes, it is. So, with 13 laps to go, the caution is out. And it looked like it started with, I believe, Kevin Hall hitting the wall. And then coming down onto the 88 of Jared Hall, who just lost it. And he hit the wall into 3, and then Anthony Peters just slammed into him. Pit road is open. And everyone is coming in. And so that caution came out at a very good time for Michael Whitman, who had just taken over second. But now he's hoping that his pit crew can get him out front, or at the very least behind Jones. Well, he definitely got behind Jones. And believe it or not, the first time since the start of the race, Tegan Jones will be the control car for the restart. And I'm definitely certain he's going to take the outside, and he will. I believe we're going to have 11 laps to go when we come back around. Tegan Jones is your leader. Michael Whitman in second. And as they hit the Geico restart zone, green flag is out. 11 laps to go here in Vegas. And both got a great jump. Oh, contact between the two leaders. Jones clears him. But Whitman does have some help from Fox. He's going to have some momentum. Parsons holding it on the outside, but it's just not enough. 10 laps to go here in Vegas. And Whitman is now in second, with Tegan Jones out front, trying to reel him in these final 9 laps when they come back around. And of course, we can't talk about Jones, Whitman, and Las Vegas without at least mentioning the championship race here 2 seasons ago, with Michael Whitman making a bold strategy call to take the lead of the race. Tegan Jones chasing him down. But then the lap car of David Wessel, who was running for Hendrick at the time, cut a tire, came back onto the track, and took Jones out, essentially handing the championship to Michael Whitman. But pretty much every Vegas race in the Cup Series since then, it's been all Jones all the time. We now have 8 laps to go in the race. And Jones has pulled away pretty much by himself. And he has pretty much had the strongest car all night, with 7 laps to go. And actually, that was 6 laps to go, as he now crossed the line with 5 laps to go, so no more cautions. Whitman does still have a shot at catching Jones, as Parsons is still behind him. With 4 laps to go. And he should be pretty much in the draft, with 3 laps to go now. And all Tegan has to do is just hold on. Oh, but I think he got loose off of 2 and smacked the wall. Whitman takes the lead, and Parsons trying to make a move down low. So something happened to Tegan Jones, as we now have 2 laps to go. Jones got loose, I believe, and smacked the wall, allowing Whitman to take the lead, but this thing is not over. He still has a chance to win it. And Whitman throws the block. 2 Stewart-Haas cars side by side for second, but here comes Tegan Jones, 3 wide for the lead. Oh, Parsons in the wall. White flag is out. Final lap here at Vegas. So something happened to Tegan Jones with 3 to go, but he was able to nicely recover from it. Whitman has one more shot, but coming off of turn 4, crisis has been averted. Tegan Jones wins at Vegas.
Whoa. I mean, good win, Tegan.
That scared me. I thought I'd cut my own teammates' nose off. No, but damn. I'll take it. Not your fault. No, I understand. I got a dude here fighting for points.
I checked up so much going in turn 3. I thought I was going to dump him.
I'm sure that was somebody's fault too.
Yeah, he lagged out super early, like lap 10.
And Tegan Jones has the fastest lap at a 30.593. And now let's go ahead and get your race winner. Tegan Jones in here. Oh, and I guess he ran the one of the Pro League schemes, if I can find it. There it is. And there is your race winner, Tegan Jones. I would say it was a pretty scary finish toward the end there, but before that, let's talk about the rest of the race. You basically had like the car to beat like all night long. Is it? Of course, Vegas is another track that you're like super successful at. So it's like, how would you rate your performance tonight, though?
It's I could have been looser. I think I went with the wrong slider. I went with a little too conservative, but I just wish we didn't have that caution. That one caution that we had after the long green flag run. It would have probably been down to 2 or 4 or 5 cars there at the end, depending on how the short pitting went with a few of them. So, and it's just I had a good short run car, good mid run car. It's just on some of these tracks you just get drafted on. 2 or 3 cars get together and they're better than 1 or 2. So Mike had a really good car tonight, even by himself. So yeah, if he'd have won it, he'd have deserved it. It's just I'm pissed off because we had a lot of fucking hollering there at the end. That was really fucking distracting when you're dealing with trying to hit your marks as a fucking leader, and so and caused Mike and them and Ryan to get by me, and then I don't know what happened to Mike. I don't know if he hit the apron or if him and Ryan made contact that slid him up into him. But anybody else in that position is going to take that fucking run. And I barely even touched him on mine. I don't know about his. I know net code and shit. It's probably showing me that I fucking sideswiped him. But on mine, you couldn't get any cleaner considering it was coming to the white flag. So I feel like if he was in that same position, he would have took the same run. Anybody would have took it. It's just not Mike. Anybody would have took it, and you can't fault him for it. So it was a good race. A finish that I kind of wish we didn't have, because even though some may call it decent, it's not a good finish.
Well, definitely now that we have some context as to like what happened there with 3 laps to go, but yeah, going back, toward the end of the race with the 2 cautions that came out at the end, but yeah, would you definitely say that the cautions definitely played a part in the finish that we had?
Oh, for sure. I mean, it took basically Mind Killer and JB out of the finish if we hadn't had that caution. It kept the same 3 that we had in it. If you take both cautions, it took them 2 out of it in the long run. So it definitely changed the finish up a little bit more than probably what it should have. I mean, it did. I mean, we had a 3-car finish instead of a 4 or 5-car finish if we'd stayed green. So, because most likely Mike and them would have caught us on that one on the last green flag pit stop before we even made it. So it was going to come down to who could short pit and who could catch the others, the quickest. And I wasn't having the best pit stops all night either, so that didn't help. That's where I was losing my time at, was on the pit stop alone. So, yeah, just I hate to have those cautions like that. This race actually, I think, ran just like it did last year. We had 2 late cautions after the final, what should have been the final pit stop. So, I'm good on the short run. It's just I'm good on the fucking rip, and then I kind of made a little small adjustment that didn't work there at the end, and like I said, you had people hollering because they're lagging out, and somebody beep bopping the last 5 laps. So it just kind of takes your concentration away.
Yeah, it's very wild at the end there with those 2 cautions at the end. But of course, this is lucky number 7 for you this season. So I bet it's pretty fitting that you get your lucky number 7th win at Las Vegas, which is a city of luck, I would say. Don't you think?
Yeah, I guess it's just I wish we just had a little bit of a cleaner finish there at the end, but no contact and no questionable moves and stuff like that. So I definitely take it. Don't want to take it like that, but some will probably call me a hypocrite for saying that because I took it. So, but anybody else in that position would have made the same exact move, and I wouldn't have faulted them for it. You kind of give up the bottom like that, whether he got hit or hit the apron, you got to expect somebody's going to take that run, and I hugged it pretty good. So at least on my end, I did. I don't know about his, but maybe next week we'll have a little bit of a cleaner race. Some long green flag, finishes to actually finish the race. Maybe we'll get our cautions out of the way early.
And speaking of next week, we are going to Auto Club, which is I would say another track that you definitely have some success at. And judging by what happened tonight, it is a much wider track, so probably a lot more room for these guys to maneuver. So, yeah, how are you seeing Auto Club play out next week?
If people don't calm down from tonight, it's probably going to be a shit show. There's probably a lot of pissed off people tonight, and it seems to be more like 2-on-1 kind of deal going on tonight. So it may end up being a shit show if we all don't get calmed down a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Everyone has to keep themselves in check. But now, before I send you out, I do have to a couple things to mention. One, if you saw my car on pit road for pretty much the entire race, that's because I joined the lobby a little too early. Then I left, and then I joined again through Bradley.
Yeah, we kind of caught you like right at the last second. It showed that we had like 15 or 16 people. But S'more said he thought he saw you back out right at the last second too. So we made sure during our pace lap that you had gotten back in. So, we was getting ready to back out and restart the lobby if you couldn't get back in. But we did catch that, and we caught your car on pit road right off the bat.
So at least I didn't play a factor at all in the race. And another thing, I was actually talking about the championship race in 2023, and how since then you've pretty much won every race at Vegas, pretty much. But then that you hitting the wall off of 2 happened, and you came back and took the win, but and you saved me of the announcer's jinx. So that's I thank you for that.
I guess that's a good thing.
Yeah, but anyway, I'll let you get on out of here. But congratulations on your 7th win of the season tonight, and we'll see you next week at Auto Club.
Thanks, my guy.
Yeah. Of course, anytime. Now let's bring in your 2nd place finisher, Mr. Michael Whitman, Mr. Hot Honey Whitman. I would say his night was just as wild as Tegan Jones's at the end of the race. And he had a very good chance to win, taking advantage of Tegan's mistake. And there he is, your 2nd place finisher, Michael Whitman. A very crazy finish at the end. It was Tegan Jones said it earlier, he didn't think it was a very good one, but yeah, it was still wild regardless. So how about that?
I mean, he's right. It wasn't a good finish. That's one thing I'll agree with him on for sure.
But yeah, you and in that finish, you were able to take advantage of Tegan hitting the wall for a little bit before he got back around you. But yeah, definitely what happened, I believe on the last lap or 2 laps ago, where he was able to get back around you. Did you hit the apron, or did Parsons get into you, or what happened there?
I have no issue with Ryan. He tried to race me clean. He got into me accidentally. I was barely off the apron. I got ran through, and then it put him into the wall. So, yeah, no fault to Ryan. He made a slight mistake, and then it got taken advantage of. But I should be used to it. I should know better.
Yeah. Yeah, but now going back earlier in the race, that first round of green flag stops before the stage ended, you were the victim of another bit of misfortune with your teammate ramming you from behind. So can you tell us what that looked like from your view?
Well, it looks like I was going to pit. Then it looked like the wall. Obviously Bradley didn't, no intention there. So no hard feelings, but definitely frustrating to lose out on stage points like that when I felt as confident in my car as I did.
Yeah, and during the broadcast, I did say it was a bit of a miscommunication, I would say, between the 2 of you. So I'm glad I was right on that.
He made a mistake. It was his fault, but I have no problem with him about it.
Yeah. Yeah, of course, mistake, miscommunication. It's kind of the same thing once when it all boils down to. But yeah, you pretty much had the 2nd fastest car in the field tonight. So did you think that if you had the drafting help with the speed that you already had, did you think that you could have taken it to Tegan Jones at the end?
I don't think I could have. I know I could have. I don't even know if I had the 2nd fastest car. I felt very strong by myself without draft, any circumstance. I felt like when I had clean track in front of me, I was able to make the most out of it compared to anybody else. So obviously I was hoping it would go green because the long run is my strong suit. Obviously that's not how it played out though. But I know I could have taken it to him if that's what it came down to. Unfortunately, it didn't come down to just a straight up racing battle.
Yeah, but now next week we head to Auto Club, which is definitely a wide 2-mile oval. So, judging by how the race played out tonight, do you think that Auto Club is going to be pretty crazy as well?
Probably. I mean, what happened tonight was complete and utter nonsense. You've got people bickering about absolutely nothing. You know, you had a guy that's a lap down name calling people. Like, you know, I'm not putting all the blame on him, but it's just a ridiculous thing. You know, I'm trying to focus on battling for the win. So are the two other people that are battling it for me. And then, you know, that could have been the reason why I got double teamed into turn 3 and 4 there. Like, I mean, I'm not mad at Ryan at all. I don't want to make that any make it seem like that, because I have no problem with how Ryan raced me all night. He was more than courteous. Him and I worked very well together. But I think just this yelling at each other and screaming for for what? I mean, that's just totally ridiculous. We're trying to battle for a win, and if just total immaturity like that carries into next week, then you know maybe people will have to step in on that, because you know there's people that are older people in this league and they're just really immature and you know commenting on people's appearance and their voices, and you know, and not in like a joking manner either, and trying to insult them and hurt their feelings. So yeah, I'm not a fan of that personally, but yeah, maybe it would have turned out differently if we weren't acting like a bunch of fucking idiots. So probably going to be the same next week, though. I expect that I'll be here finishing top 5 and probably angry at the 4 car.
Yeah, well, as they say, the cooler heads will prevail. But yeah, congrats on your second place finish tonight. I know it's obviously not where you wanted to finish. You wanted to get yourself the win, but it's still a very good result, especially compared to what happened earlier on in the race. And yeah, we'll see you next week at Auto Club.
Thank you. Appreciate you doing this.
Yeah, of course, anytime.
See you next week.
Yep, see ya. So now we will bring in the third place finisher, Mr. Ryan Parsons. And of course, he too had a shot at the win, taking advantage of Tegan's mistake at the end there. And there he is, your third place finisher, Ryan Parsons. Now, I've already talked to, Tegan and Mike about essentially what happened with 3 laps to go, and hopefully you can provide some insight on that finish.
I mean, it just kind of sucks because from what it looked like to me, in my opinion, was there was not much of a lane when it happened, and once those two made contact, it was pretty much over for me because I was going to be in the wall no matter what at that point.
And yeah, and I believe it was Mike that said, going into 3, you made a mistake that essentially forced him up high, and that allowed Deegan Jones to get around him and take the lead and ultimately the win. So now, was that, obviously it wasn't intentional, and Whitman, is not mad about that, because
no.
Do you think, was there anything that you could have done a little bit differently going into turn 1? Or was it,
No, I was trying to get to the outside of him. I felt like I had a run to take it, and it wasn't a mistake there when I tried to run on the outside. It's into 3 where that kind of little contact happened. So, I wish I just had a bit of a better run coming out of 2 than I did. But not much I can do.
Yeah, definitely. So now, obviously, we got Jones' side of the story in terms of, the other competitors, like hooping and hollering and whatnot. Same thing with Mike. So, your opinion on, essentially the maturity or lack thereof, and like the behavior of the other drivers that essentially led to this moment?
You know, the thing is with the one situation with where two drivers, I think obviously you know who they are, but just calling someone a child and insulting them personally when he's a lap down and everything, and should have just had the common courtesy to get out of the way, is just not very mature at all. Obviously, with me, I've dealt with a lot of. Obviously, me and Mike have dealt with some of that immaturity by getting yelled at by someone and being called that. So, gotta be better, and it's honestly kind of messed up. And then just doing the random noise that was going on in the last 3 laps was just really bad, especially with how close that finish was most likely going to be at that time. I just think that was pretty disrespectful.
Yeah, for sure. And of course, next week is Auto Club, which is a track that is very good to the Stewart-Haas cars, especially the 4. So, how do you see Auto Club playing out for you, your team, and basically everyone else going by, what happened with 3 laps to go tonight?
I'm gonna just throw this to the back of my head and go focus on Auto Club, because if I dwell on this, then I'm not gonna race good at Auto Club. So, I mean, that track has had some kindness to me and sometimes not. So, hopefully, I just have a solid enough car and really put it together, because I think that track I could have a top 5, if not a little higher. So maybe a top 3, but who knows? We won't know till that race happens, because I did not think I'd be good here, and I put a race together that I didn't expect.
Yeah, certainly time will tell on that front, but yeah, congrats on your 3rd place finish tonight, and we'll see you next week at Auto Club.
All right, much appreciated, Kylo. Thank you.
All right, so now we'll bring in our 4th place guy, Mr. Michael Fox. And I do have to search for him here. I do have to find his car first, and there he is, your 4th place finisher, Michael Fox. A pretty wild finish there at the end, but the big story was that, you were able to take advantage of some pit strategy, and you got to lead the race for a little bit.
Yeah, I had a race. It was pretty wild one at the end. I had flashbacks of last year, of what happened when I was kind of on the same strategy as last year, and then the caution happened, and then I fell back, and then another caution happened. I fell back, and last year I just I got put in the wall and then finished last. And this season I was afraid that was gonna happen again. I felt like I had a good winning car with what I was doing. I just wish that the cautions didn't happen. That just really hurt me pretty bad. And when that caution happened, I was getting close to going in for a pit stop, but then I heard wrecking going on and caution, and I was like, "Oh, you kidding me?" But when the cautions happened, and after that, I was just racing hard. I was kind of frustrated I was kind of frustrated with with those cautions and just trying to keep calm and race my best and my hardest, actually. And somehow managed to come up with the top 4.
So now, talking about the finish now, so, what was your takeaway from the finish between the top 3 and basically everything else that was going on in the final 3 laps?
I was hoping that they was gonna wreck each other or screw each other in some way so I could, get up there and fight for the win. But from everything else, all the noise and what was going on in the back, I was trying to just ignore it and just focus on the race and do what I can do.
And that's pretty much all you could do in a situation like that. But now, of course, next week is Auto Club. I would say it's a relatively decent track for you. So how are you seeing next week play out?
I'm not sure. I mean, Auto Club is another good track, with the speed and just how good, you could do a 2-wide race with that track, depending on how good you are. But I really don't know how good I'll do there. But so far, I am having a good season where I am getting up there to try and get up there for the regular season title, but it's going to be a long shot for that. But I'm going to give it my all.
And you definitely will. But congrats on your 4th place finish tonight, and we'll see you next week at Auto Club.
Yeah, thank you.
And so now we will close this out by bringing in your 5th place finisher, Mr. Chase Loans. And it is his a pretty monumental finish for him, as it is his first career top 5 finish. And there is your 5th place finisher, Chase Loans. And I just want to say this right off the bat. How does it feel knowing that you have gotten your first career top 5 finish in the CFRL Cup Series? Yeah, you've already had a pretty eventful rookie season so far, but with the team changes, the driver changes, and all that, driving the 17 now for pretty much the rest of the season. How do you see the rest of your rookie campaign playing out? So now let's go back to what happened tonight at Vegas. You were pretty much running basically in the top 5 for the whole race, and it looked like you had a shot to go up there and challenge for the lead. So if the cards fell your way, do you think you could have made something happen at the end? Yes. And now I do want to get your perspective on this, but basically everything that happened from 3 laps ago until the end of the race, like, what is your view on that? Now, of course, next week we got Auto Club, which is, of course, in this game is still a wide 2-mile oval with multiple groups to run. So now, of course, how do you plan on tackling a track like Auto Club? Yeah, and it should be a good one next week. But yeah, congratulations on your first career top 5 finish in the CFRL Cup Series, and we will see you next week at Auto Club. And with that, we will call it a stream. And wow, it was definitely looking like it was going to be, your pretty standard Vegas race there. But then, cautions breed cautions, and everything that happened with 3 laps to go. And I think I'll probably just leave it at that. But despite that mistake of hitting the wall, coming off a 2. Tegan Jones was able to recover very nicely from that, and he was able to take his lucky 7th win of the 2025 season at Las Vegas. And with that, we will definitely call it here. But and not only was the Cup guys coming off of their off week. Wait, hold on. Actually, yeah. The Cup guys are coming off of their off week, but the midweek series is still going on, as we're going to be doing some Xfinity racing at New Hampshire. But if you saw the race last year, then you'll definitely know how fun that finish was. And hopefully we'll have something similar on Wednesday night. But of course, next week, we're going to be heading over to Southern California. We'll be running at Auto Club. So hopefully you'll join us for that. But and with that, we're definitely going to close up shop here tonight. But don't forget to like the stream, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you on Wednesday night for the midweek race at New Hampshire. But if not, we'll definitely see you next Sunday for the race for the Cup Series race at Auto Club. But until then, have a good night, everyone.